Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. It's just gone 1:30 on Sunday, the 3rd of August 2025. I've just left home for the day because I am going first of all to my mother-in-law's for my Sunday lunch, and then I'm going to spend the day with Liz. Got 2 bags of clothing in the car. Unfortunately, so I'm the same, right? We like to buy clothes. I like to buy new shirts and things. But you see, I regularly kind of have a purge and get rid of a load of stuff. Unfortunately, Liz doesn't like having a purge. And every time we've tried to have a purge before, she kind of gets bored within half an hour and then wanders off. And I have to put everything back. We had an agreement that when she came home, we would, sort out the clothes, because our bedroom unfortunately looks like the remains of a jumble sale or Primark during a sale. It looks like that. So anyway, for the last few weeks, apart from when she was in Southampton, basically I've been taking a bag of clothing to her, and we go through it. She decides what she wants to keep. If there's anything she wants to keep at Holy Cross, then we hang it up. And if there's anything she wants to get rid of, then I have been disposing of it in the clothing banks, the Oxfam clothing banks here. And this is stuff that she can't fit into anymore, or won't wear, or can't wear because of her trachea or her rig tube, etc. This is stuff we were going to do anyway. We were going to sort through the clothing at some point anyway. So the fact that we're having to do it while she's in hospital is a pure coincidence. Anyway, I've got 2 bags today. I've also just had to give a lecture to my house. Yes, I talk to my house. I talk to all inanimate objects because I'm insane. But basically, it's a Sunday. It's exactly a week since the last Watergate incident, shall we say. The 4th flood of water in my house. It's a week since then. And what happened was, last Sunday, I used the downstairs shower, and we had a flood upstairs, which can only have been caused by Anthony, because I didn't use the upstairs bathroom. The only alternative is that one of my cats jumped into the sink, put the plug in, turned on the tap, jumped out the window, then came back in, turned off the tap, opened the plug, drained the sink, but there was still water on the floor. The Occam's razor principle suggests that that's ludicrous. Not impossible. So I've got a heavyweight can on top of the tap now, have done for the week, in case I do have a pussycat jumping around in the sink, because then they'll knock it off, and it'll be easy to see if that's happened. It hasn't happened, but basically today I've just left the house, and I've just recorded a video for myself, and also for anybody who wants to kind of, find me dead in a ditch somewhere when I've had enough of the whole bloody situation. Of basically, I've recorded a video of all the appliances in the house, water appliances being off, and there currently being no flooding in the house. A video. I'm having to record a video when I leave the house to demonstrate that there was not a flood when I left the house. So if there's a flood when I get home, then I am probably going to burn the house down, because I've had enough, basically. Can't put up with it anymore. Can't keep coping with this. The house is tidy. I intend to come home tonight and have a relaxing evening like I planned last week. I am back to work tomorrow. I've had most of this week off, sorting out issues with Liz and trying to get things straight in my head, knowing that she's not going to be able to ever come home. And, that's been quite a psychological shock to me. We've known it, we've suspected it for some time, but now being told that this is the case, and also having that letter from the DVLA ordering us to return her revoked driving licence, that's just tipped me over the edge, that has. So, and I'm just feeling really rotten about myself and everything, and Liz and the whole situation. So, cross your fingers for me. You're watching this video, so by the time this video is released, if this video is released, you can probably assume Now, I don't want to say that. I was going to say you could probably assume the house hasn't been flooded and I'm still alive, but maybe I'll just release the video anyway and then just, immolate myself in the house or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so you guys are watching this in the future. I'm recording this now, and right now at 13:36, my house is not flooded with water. So let's see what happens when I get home in about 7 hours or so. 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that. There you go. Yeah. Another weekend that's gone by super fast. Because I spend half my weekends with Liz, and I spent the whole half of yesterday ferrying Alice around. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. So Alice's boyfriend, back in January, he struck a deer and it wrote his car off. He had a Ford Fiesta, very sensible car. He bought a Dodge Caliber. I've never even heard of a Dodge Caliber before, let alone seen one, let alone been aware that that was a model available in the UK. Right-hand drive Dodge Caliber. Now, in my opinion, probably a bit of a silly idea to buy an American car, because there's going to be nobody with any parts to service the bloody thing, Anyway, unfortunately, his gearbox is packed up. It's an automatic. And they quoted him about £2,000 to £4,000 to fix it. I can see parachutists up there. And I looked on Auto Trader, and like the most expensive one on Auto Trader was £2,000. So clearly, not worth fixing, unfortunately, and it's sad. And Alice liked that car. I think there might be kites actually, but anyway, not the bird kite, just kites. Anyway, they took it. I got a message from Alice saying they were taking it to be scrapped in Southampton. So I was at a bit of a loose end, because everything I'd look at makes me think of my wife, and I said I'll come and pick you up. And we went to Forbidden Planet, and Alice bought me dinner, and I came home again. So I've had quite a busy weekend of not being in the house. But anyway, as I say, the house is currently clean and tidy. It is not full of water where it should not be full of water. And hopefully we will go back home to that situation, and I can have a nice relaxing evening ready for work tomorrow. Basically, last week, all told, one of the worst weeks of my life. And that's probably saying something, given the absolute disaster that has been the last 20 months of my life. Absolute shit show, if I'm honest with you. Hello.
Hello.
Say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello, boys and girls.
Wave, boys and girls. How has the last week been?
Rubbish.
Why?
Lots of bad things.
Tell us about the bad things.
I don't want to talk about the bad things.
Why not?
Because I don't.
What did we do on Monday?
We came back to Holy Cross. That was good.
Why did we come back to Holy Cross?
Because Beth Southampton kept pricking me.
You had to come home with this prick instead.
I never said that.
What happened on Tuesday?
Physio. That was all, wasn't it?
You had an incident.
No, that was Monday evening.
Tell us about that.
I had a plug that stopped me breathing, and therefore I had to sit on the edge of the bed like I do to control my breathing. And unfortunately, when I lose control of my breathing, I lose control of other parts of me.
Oh. That's not good.
No, it always happens. Because you focus on your breathing, so you lose control of your bladder.
Oh. I didn't know that bit.
Yeah. Well, if I have one incident like that, That happened before.
But they
And then
sorted
that
it.
panics you that you don't have control.
Right. But they sorted you out.
Yeah, I changed my pyjamas, got back into bed, had another nebulizer. Somebody came to suction me, and then I suctioned and got out quite a big plug, which made it easier for me to sleep and breathe.
You see, I'm worried about what would have happened if we'd been at home.
I know you're worried.
What happened Wednesday?
Nothing. Physio.
Thursday?
Thursday physio.
Friday?
No physio. Shower. Festival. Andrew won 4 prizes.
I did win 4 prizes.
And he won't take the rest of the biscuits home.
Because I won them for you. Because you
But
said
I've
you
eaten what I
like...
want to eat.
Well, you can finish the rest
I
of them.
don't want to finish the rest
They're
up.
for you.
I've got other biscuits.
I don't care.
And Jaffa cake.
They're for you.
And crisps. And other things. So I'd like you to take them home.
I also bought some stuff in for your walls, which now you don't want.
I didn't say I didn't want. I don't want to believe that I'm here forever.
Okay. What happened Saturday?
I saw my mum and Anthony.
And what happened today so far?
I've seen you.
And what did we do?
Sorted out some more clothes.
Which we were going to do anyway.
But they're going back home.
Most of them. Some of them are not.
Some of them going in my wardrobe.
They're all going into a pile, all the ones that we're keeping. And then when we're finished, I will then hang them all up and sort them out. So I'm keeping them separate, otherwise we're just going to go through the same clothes over and over again.
That's what I assumed you'd do.
But we were going to do that anyway, weren't we?
Yes. Just I was going to be at home.
Yeah. What else have we done today?
I've had my tea.
Your oxygen was rather high.
I had a nebulizer before Andrew got here. And the girl who turned my nebulizer off is not allowed to touch the oxygen. So as she was doing me a suction and then making me a cup of tea, I forgot about the suction, and I forgot to mention to her about the suction, because I should have got a nurse who should have turned the suction down. But that's what happens is when you ring your bell and you get somebody who's inexperienced and the nurse doesn't turn up. That's what happens. And I was wondering why I was beginning to feel like I cleaned my teeth. It was getting a bit almost minty, but I was actually drying out.
Yeah.
But there you go. It's sorted now.
So we still want to try and get you home. I'd like you home at least one day a month if we could, to start with. And I'd also like to be able to go shopping with you at some point.
But it may be that I can't stay at home at night.
No, but if we could let you come home during the day, that would be good. Wouldn't it? But we've had a rubbish week. It's not been a good week.
No. But there you go.
Scared to buggery. What did you have for tea?
I had cucumber, pickle, cheese and crisps and grapes and creme caramel thingy.
And a stick of a Kit Kat.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the boys and girls?
Nah. I'm tired now.
Okay.
Although I had nebulizer this morning and a sleep, and nebulizer this afternoon and a little sleep.
And what day is it tomorrow?
Oh, it's our wedding anniversary. 24 years. So I've got another 6 hours to get there.
That's all right. You've got a card over there.
I know. You've got a card that's been posted.
Anything else?
You've got to take the voucher home to get the flowers.
I'm going to leave it here for the moment.
Why?
I'm going to leave it here for the moment.
Why?
I'm going to leave it here for the moment.
Okay.
We'll sort you out in a few days. You can be here when I call them up. Oh, I know they'll be shut by the time I get here.
Precisely. That's why I'm suggesting you take it home.
I'll just forget about it at home. If it's up there where I've left it, at least it's visible.
Unless you've ordered me flowers, in which case you need to tell my mum.
I had dinner at your mum's today.
Is she alright?
Yeah,
How was my brother?
didn't say much.
Don't think he ever does.
He gets me to undo the containers for his vape flavour, which I believe was strawberry lemonade today. I just want to be in the camera for a moment. Hello people, I'm here. Wave. You're not waving at the camera?
Oh, I thought you were telling them to wave.
No, I was waving.
I waved earlier.
Huh?
I waved earlier. You're going down very heavily on my bed.
It's because I'm a fat bastard.
No, I think it's because the bed is not inflated at the moment.
It inflates while I'm on it. Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
What's happening this week?
Physio. 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 OT at some point.
And how do you feel?
$1 million.
You're not in pain though, are you?
No.
Do you forgive me for being a horrible husband?
I'm not going through this again.
Is that a no?
I haven't said you're a horrible husband.
No, I am.
No, well, I haven't agreed with that, so there's nothing for me to you know.
Okay, I'm just checking. You know my whole life is ruled by guilt.
You're still not having a Dalek.
I'm not talking about a Dalek. I'm talking about my fact that my whole life is ruled by guilt.
Yeah, but you're still not having a Dalek.
And I think I'm horrible.
Well, you know.
But if you don't think I'm horrible, then you know.
No.
Where were we meant to go next year?
St. Lucia.
Yeah. Where were you supposed to go last year?
America.
Yep. Lifelong visit you'd had planned?
Okay, well, let's not talk about that then.
Alright.
Because otherwise I'll get depressed that I can't ever go there.
Alright.
Because it's far too complicated to go on a plane.
Yeah.
You know. It's all these disabled people that don't, they can go on a plane and it's easy. Need to have think about what they've got.
Well, we didn't take you for a walk today because we were sorting out the clothes and it's too much for a faff to get oxygen, isn't it, at the moment? But we have to do that at some point. But you're in a very nice place. Couldn't ask for a better place, could you?
No.
So there you go, that's alright then.
Right, I need to get into ready for bed now.
Say goodbye to the boys and girls.
Goodbye, boys and girls.
Wave goodbye to the boys and girls. Goodbye, boys and girls. Well, that was me visiting Liz. As you will have seen, the doctors say we need to make her room more like home, but Liz is pushing back against that because she feels the more stuff she's got in her room, then the less chance she's got of coming home. I understand that completely, but I don't want her to feel that she's being deprived of all of her creature comforts and all of her possessions at home, and I don't want her just to be sitting and looking at blank walls, you know? So it's a fine point, right? Anyway, she's going to let me know she might want me to take her Switch in, her Nintendo Switch for her, so she can do brain training. She's also got the Animal Crossing village island that back in 2020 in COVID times they released Animal Crossing for the Switch, and that was a lifesaver because, you know, we were sat at home out of necessity. I didn't have a job, but that's not the point. We were sat at home because of, you know, quarantine and all the rest of it, and self-isolating and all that malarkey, stay at home, etc., etc. And we had Animal Crossing to play. We spent hours on that during 2020, which was 5 years ago. Imagine that, 5 years ago, man. Where's the time gone? Anyway, I haven't touched my island really since then. Liz hasn't touched hers. I had a couple of islands on the go because I had 2 switches. Even though I wasn't working, my usual insane brain kicked in, and I discovered that there was an Animal Crossing Switch, branded Switch, a special one, and I absolutely had to have it because that's what my brain does to me. But anyway, she might want me to take her Switch in so she can do brain training games, which would be nice. Just before I left, she needed a suction, and I did it, and then I got someone else to follow up, and they pulled out a massive gooey red plug out of her from really deep within her, so that was a bit scary. That's what was making her choke. And this is why we have the trachea tube in, because she can't cough up the secretions herself. She literally can't do it. And if we didn't have the trachea tube, then we would be lost. We wouldn't be able to get to them for her. So this is why we have these things. Anyway, she's still got a framed picture to go up. Maybe next time I'm there, if the pictures are all up, I'll do you guys some video or photos of what her room looks like now, with a few creature comforts in it. But I get it, right? She doesn't want to think that, she's been abandoned there. And I wish I could visit her every day, but it would cost me a fortune in petrol. And I know you're going to say, well, so what, Andrew? Well, I have got to try and keep the house going. I've still got to pay all the bills, and I'm working as well, so I'm knackered, plus the whole stress of this. Pathetic excuse, I know. What you have to bear in mind about me is that I will literally second, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple guess everything I ever say to anybody. I will replay virtually every conversation and thought and action in my mind, and I'll usually come to the conclusion that I've done the wrong thing. Even if all the evidence supports that I had no other option of doing what I ultimately did, my brain will tell me I've done the wrong thing, because that's how my brain works, unfortunately. Yeah, so hopefully Liz will feel a little bit better once she's off of these antibiotics, once this particular chest infection has gone, but we don't know. So anyway, I'm on the way home to see if there is any flooding in the house, or whether we've managed to get through an entire week without the house being flooded, and hopefully have a relatively relaxing evening as planned in a neat and tidy house that I haven't had to mop up, having had 4 rooms saturated with water that shouldn't be there. So I'm a little bit nervous again. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll end up burning the house down. You might see me on the news. So there you go. I'll get the cats out, obviously. Tomorrow is our 24th wedding anniversary. I'm not due to see Liz tomorrow. That also makes me feel guilty, but I have sent her flowers. Maybe I should go and see her. Oh, I just don't know. Her mum will be there. See, I'm starting to worry now that every anniversary might be the last. Oh, wish my brain would give me a break. Anyway, I'm going to probably call an end to this episode there. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Total Ramblings. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, unsubscribe, hate, upvote, downvote, do whatever you like. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.